So, in this video now, what we're going to be looking at is we're going to look at while loops and how while loops work, okay? And in order to do so, I'm going to be coding an example. And we're going to look at it together and we're going to dive deeper into it to see what's going on here. The idea here is that let's say that we want to have a system that's going to always make sure that we have 20 eggs in the fridge. Okay, we always want 20 eggs no matter how many eggs we have right now. So we're gonna, oh, why did I go to settings? Okay, my bad. I am gonna put a comment here. I'm gonna be like system to refill eggs. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a variable called number of eggs, and I'm gonna set this equal to 16, for example. And I'll always want 20 eggs, right? So I'm gonna write an if statement for now to see how it works. I'm gonna be like, if the number of eggs is less than 20, I want you to go buy an egg, and then I want to increment the number of eggs, right? I can try number of eggs is equal to number of eggs plus 1, or I can just say number of eggs is plus equals 1, which has the same meaning, right? I'm just gonna have whatever I have here, add 1 to it, and then save it there. Okay? And now if I print the number of eggs after this execution, what you will see is that I have 17 eggs now, right? It added 1 egg for me. But the problem here is that no matter how many eggs I have less than 20, this system is going to only buy me 1 egg, right? Yes, I can copy paste this 4 times to buy 4 eggs for me, but what if I don't have 5 eggs? Do I have to put this 5 times here? No, that's obviously not going to work. And so what's going to happen here is that we're going to use something called a while loop, which runs something while a condition is true, and then when the condition is false, then it's going to just stop running that. And let's look at it like this. It's called a while loop, so obviously the keyword that it's going to have is going to be while. And I'm going to say while, and then I have to put a condition here. And let me put a comment here. I'm going to be like, if condition is true, it runs block of code. Oh, I wrote block wrong. My bad. Okay. And so what it's going to do is it's going to check if the condition returns true for it, it's going to run this this block. And if it's false, it's going to just jump out and move on to the next code. And what is the block here that it's going to be containing? It's going to have a print statement that's going to tell him it's like buying an egg, right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to increment egg. So we're going to have number of eggs is going to be plus equals 1. Okay? Now, what condition should I put here so that while number of eggs is less than 20, it's going to buy more eggs, right? I said it right now, and I'm going to say it again. While the number of eggs is less than 20, I want the system to buy me an egg. And it's going to do this enough till the number of eggs are not less than 20. So this is exactly the condition I'm going to use here. So while the number of eggs is less than 20, I want you to buy an egg for me. Okay, let me clear this terminal. And if I run the code now, what you see is it said, let's bring this up. It's going to say buying an egg, buying an egg, buying an egg. It did this 4 times, and then now the number of eggs are 20. And if, let's say, my number of eggs were 2, it's going to buy me 18 eggs. See? 18 times. And now we have 20 again. And so what this is doing is it makes coding more convenient because I don't have to copy paste code all the time. I can just put the block of code and then I can run this code until what I'm wanting to do is satisfied. And then I can just break out of it and then continue my software system. Okay? This is an example. And then if you sometimes want to have a code that runs forever, like what you can do is you can say while true, right? Because the value here is always going to be true, and so this code is going to run forever and ever and ever and ever, and it's going to go on nonstop, right? Obviously, if I do that, this print statement is never going to be run, right? Because if I run it, it's going to start printing buying an egg forever and ever and ever. until I terminate the terminal and close it. Right? Okay. Now we understand this. Next time we're going to look at a different type of loop, which is a for loop, which is a different type. We're going to go into the details and we're going to understand what's going on behind the back of that loop. And then for the last part of this section of the course, what we're going to do is we're going to have a mini project that we're going to code out together, and so that we can understand what is going on in this system of using while loops and for loops and if statements, because these elements are the main blocks of programming, and if you can build off of these, you are gonna be so happy and you're gonna thank yourself later on, because these are the main things we use all the time. All right, that's all for today, and have a great day.